Closed captioning for this edition of Channel 30 Action News is made possible by a grant from Patrick James, purveyor to gentlemen.
This is Channel 30 Action News with Dan Godwin, Dale Urong Sports, and Brenda Teal with the weather. Now, the Valley's #1 newscast, Channel 30 Action News at 6.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. The search is on tonight for a hit-and-run driver who killed a small child in western Fresno County. As Laura Garcia reports, those who live near the scene of the crime say this type of tragedy is not surprising.
Highway 180, just west of Highway 145 in Kerman. A thoroughfare for speeding cars, a danger zone for pedestrians crossing its path. Last night at around 10 o'clock, tragedy struck a 2-year-old girl. A hit-and-run driver traveling in an unknown direction on the road ended her life. Witnesses say her mother, who lives in nearby apartments, lost track of the girl.
The mother, I guess the mother just told her, you know, if you see a 2-year-old little girl with blonde hair running around, you know, just have her come back to apartment so-and-so, you know, and...
Moments later, witnesses say the mother found her daughter lying near the side of the road. Most residents of Kerman we talked to say automobile accidents are of major concern on this thoroughfare. But in the short time our cameras were here, speeding cars weren't the only hazard we found. A mother dodges cars with her 3 children and infant in a stroller. Children run across the highway as if they're on a playground. In less than 15 minutes' time, over 25 people darted in and out of rapidly approaching traffic.
They're coming off the highway into the town. I mean, the 40-mile-an-hour zone is right here in front of me, and by the time they get to that sign, they're still going 60 miles an hour.
Kerman police say they are on top of the speeding problem, but for now have another assignment: locating the hit-and-run driver that killed the little girl on Highway 180 last night. In Kerman, Laura Garcia, Channel 30 Action News.
Authorities say they have no vehicle description of the car or truck that struck the child. Witnesses are encouraged to call the Kerman Police Department. The Mariposa County Sheriff's Department is asking for your help in tracking down a hit-and-run boating suspect. Authorities believe he was driving a boat that deliberately struck and killed a jet skier. It happened late yesterday afternoon on Lake McClure, about 25 miles northwest of the town of Mariposa. This is a sketch of the man authorities are looking for. Investigators believe he got into an argument with a woman on a jet ski. Sheriff's authorities say the man circled the jet ski and rammed it with his boat. The force of the impact threw the victim off her jet ski. The suspect then reportedly circled back and ran over the victim with his vessel. She died of her injuries. The boat is described as a bass-type vessel with blue metal flake paint and silver and/or blue trim. It's about 18 feet long with an outboard motor. If you have any information that can help authorities, please contact the Mariposa County Sheriff's Department at 966-3615. Fresno police are trying to pinpoint who's responsible for a shooting last night that put an innocent bystander in the hospital. Investigators say a man waiting for a bus in front of Manchester Center was struck by a stray bullet. The gunfire erupted about 6:15 p.m. after 2 groups of young people got into some kind of dispute in the mall's parking lot. Authorities have detained 2 young people for questioning, but there's no word on arrests. The shooting victim was taken to Valley Medical Center with a gunshot wound to the stomach. In other news, a Fresno family is homeless tonight after flames raced through their apartment. It happened about noon at an apartment complex on Lilly near Jensen in South Fresno. Firefighters arrived to find the apartment engulfed in flames. Authorities say the family who lived there was attending church at the time. As you can see, they returned to find not much left of their belongings. The Red Cross has put them up in a motel until they can find a permanent place to live. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Firefighters in Southern California say 100-degree heat continues to fuel a number of wildfires. At least 3 wildland blazes are still burning out of control tonight. The largest has blackened nearly 2,000 acres in the Angeles National Forest north of San Bernardino. 10 homes have been destroyed and about 100 more are threatened. Crews have been working to protect a radio tower. More than 700 firefighters are using helicopters, bulldozers, and aerial tankers to try and control the flames. Below average rain this past winter, combined with our typical valley heat, has local firefighters gearing up for a busy summer. In fact, valley firefighters have already begun putting out brush fires on a daily basis. The Mid-Valley Fire Department says several firefighters have required medical care, not for burns, but for heat exhaustion. Their heavy protective gear is made of thick fire-retardant material.
It's like working in a sauna. And you can't get any air. There's no air that comes in, and so you try to get your stuff off and put it out as fast as you can, and then take your stuff off.
So far this season, there have been no major brush or forest fires in our part of California. But the season is just beginning. The California Department of Forestry says it has responded to 139 fires this year in the Central Valley region. 3 mild earthquakes shook the San Francisco Bay Area early today, causing minor damage. Seismologists say the strongest one measured 4.2 on the Richter scale. It hit about 2 o'clock this morning and was centered about 3 miles northwest of Berkeley. The tremblers knocked down pictures, cracked chimneys, and broke windows in some homes and businesses near the epicenter. There are no reports of injuries. However, worried residents flooded local police and radio stations with calls. Authorities say more small tremblers may follow. Closer to home, you may have felt some rattling and rumbling this weekend, especially if you live near the Fresno Air Terminal. It was the 144th Fighter Wing of the Air National Guard soaring into the sky. The base came under a make-believe attack, and more than 1,000 reservists scrambled into bunkers and prepared to fight back. It was all part of a 4-day exercise called Operation Readiness. If, however, the United States were attacked, the 20 F-16s based in Fresno would be responsible for defending a large part of the West Coast.
We also work at our what's called the ability to survive and operate. So in case the base is intact, how well we handle casualties, how well we handle the security of the base itself.
You may have heard some loud explosions today, which were just simulations for the exercise. Inspectors from the Air Combat Command in Virginia are grading the preparedness of the base. Well, believe it or not, California's lottery is almost 11 years old. Still to come in Action News in tonight's in-depth report. We'll show you how it's grown from scratchers to Vegas-style games of chance. Also ahead, we'll show you how hundreds of people went on safari right here in the Valley. And the heat may have been the U.S. soccer team's worst enemy today. Dale Urong will have all the highlights of today's big game ahead in sports.
Off the post, top of the yard.
Huffington did nothing to help our situation.
He didn't seem to feel that it was his duty to help one single company in his district.
I'm not surprised that Michael Huffington did not carry Santa Barbara in the primary, because when Santa Barbara business needed him, he wasn't there.
We elected Huffington, and he hasn't done the job for the county.
I'm a Republican, and I voted for Michael Huffington the last time, and I made a mistake, a big mistake, and I'm not going to repeat it this time. I'm voting for Dianne Feinstein.
Even though Nissan Altima compares favorably with luxury sedans costing twice as much, even though it has dual airbags, air conditioning, an AM/FM cassette, and more standard horsepower than Camry or Accord, all for considerably less, the main things catching people's attention are its nice round styling and nice round down payment. Introducing the Altima Advantage Lease. 0 down, $239 a month, 36 months.
It's not exactly a lullaby.
It's driving me crazy.
If I knew how, I could fix it.
I don't know where it's leaking from.
Maybe if we turn the water main off, we can get some sleep. This is water torture.
In the morning, I'll call Fresno Plumbing and Heating.
The next time you have a plumbing problem, we'll take care of it. Call the guys from Fresno Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
When long-term illness or injury strikes a loved one, the effects can be painful for the entire family. For many, however, LTC Case Management and Home Care can help by providing the care and professional services essential to those recovering at home. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, LTC offers the finest quality nursing care. LTC services are covered by most insurers, including Medicare and Medi-Cal. If your loved one needs home health care, call LTC at 449-9999. LTC, when more than love is needed.
No one correctly picked all 6 numbers to claim a $7.6 million jackpot in last night's Super Lotto drawing. 94 players did pick 5 of the 6 numbers, winning just over $2,000 each. The numbers drawn in last night's Super Lotto were 1, 4, 14, 17, 20, and 36. Lottery officials say the jackpot for Wednesday's game is expected to reach about $12 million. The California lottery has undergone quite an evolution over the past decade or so. In tonight's in-depth report, Action News anchor Rich Rodriguez looks back at the birth of this popular statewide amusement and examines some of the new games attracting players today.
The California lottery has come a long way from its single scratchers game of October 1983. Now there are at least a dozen games to choose from at any time.
We used to be doing about $6 to $7 million a week statewide on our scratcher sales. Now it's virtually double.
In October 1986, bouncing balls became a weekly highlight of the lottery.
Whoa, you got a double!
Californians began betting $1 in hopes of becoming one of the state's newest millionaires. The odds are incredibly long at 1 in 18 million, but lucky gamblers have produced tickets showing it can be done. The Valley has seen its share of winners. Ruby and Ralph Wolf won nearly $8 million.
When we went into the store, Ralph said, "You better go get your ticket." And I said, "No, I don't think I'll get one tonight." And so we were shopping for groceries, and then I thought, oh, well, what the heck. So I gave him the money to go over and get me 3 quick picks.
The Wolves have since retired. Since Super Lotto, new games have evolved. Deco, Fantasy 5, and Daily 3.
Yes, I am.
In November of '92, the lottery borrowed a game from the casinos in Nevada. Every 5 minutes, 18 hours a day, a new Keno game is displayed at a TV screen near you.
Normally, yes, I do win.
How big a prize do you
The biggest I won was $250.
The El Toro Tambien restaurant was one of the first to sign up for Keno. The biggest winning ticket they've witnessed is $2,500.
There's a few customers that just come in for the fact that they know they can have a cold beer and they can just also relax and play a little Keno.
Keno sales statewide now represent 20% of the lottery's overall sales activity. Fresno can top that, though.
Here in the Valley, in the Fresno district, Keno sales actually represent 40% of our total online sales. And in some weeks, our Keno sales have actually exceeded our Super Lotto sales here in this district.
By law, the lottery is required to split the profits with California's public education systems, from kindergarten through college. Since 1983, it's contributed over $6 billion. This is how education prospered in 6 Valley counties for fiscal year 92-93. Fresno County schools saw more than 17 million lottery dollars drop into their coffers. Schools in Tulare County came in second with over 8 million. Merced County schools received close to 5 million. Kings and Madera counties each got more than 2 million. And schools in Mariposa County split a pot of $245,000. One final footnote about jackpot prizes paid over 20 years. If you don't live to see all 20 checks, your balance will be forwarded to your estate. Rich Rodriguez, Channel 30 Action News.
There's lots more ahead on Action News tonight. Brenda's up next with your workweek forecast. Get set for the real start of summer. Also ahead, Valley residents go on safari to help the Chaffee Zoo.
Can I get some milk, please?
She got the last one.
Excuse me, I'll be right back, okay?
We need 2 specials. All right, let's not take half of the bag, huh? You become a sweet taste in my mouth. Ooh. And I know you're gonna. Oh, yeah.
Hi, sweet.
Got milk? Check, please.
Introducing the Herwalt Automotive Group. Herwalt Oldsmobile and Aurora, Herwalt GMC Truck, Herwalt Mercedes, and Saturn of Fresno. Only at the Herwalt Automotive Group will you find a Herwalt Advantage, our assurance of quality. Herwalt, the family-owned dealerships on Blackstone, with a car or truck to fit everyone's needs. The Herwalt Automotive Group, Herwalt Oldsmobile and Aurora, Herwalt GMC Truck, Herwalt Mercedes, and Saturn of Fresno. The Herwalt Advantage. Depend on it.
Oh no, don't worry, let the rains come down. Phoenix Coatings won't let you drown. Against the weather's wear and tear, it's your wisest buy. Phoenix Coatings guaranteed to keep you high and dry.
That's right, let Phoenix Coatings monolithic technology save you money on your energy bill and leak-proof your roof. Call 1-800-464-1958.
Phoenix Coatings guaranteed to keep you high and dry.
With all the things you have to do this summer, make room for one more, saving money at the Anchor Lighting Fanfare and Light Show, because these summer specials sizzle with savings. It's 30% off all lamps and lighting in stock. Fans from the Casablanca Fan Company are priced as low as $159.95. These savings are hot, but you'll stay cool with fantastic prices on the full line of Casablanca fans. So don't miss any of the excitement this summer, including the Anchor Lighting Fanfare and Light Show.
The natives were restless last night at Fresno's Chaffee Zoological Gardens. It was another huge turnout for this year's edition of Safari Night, the zoo's annual fundraiser. Visitors paid at least $45 to gaze at the animals and sample food from 75 local restaurants and caterers. One of the most popular attractions, some of the stars of the Winged Wonders Bird Show. Up close and personal.
Most of these birds are seasoned veterans of doing this type of thing. They tolerate it very well. I wouldn't really actually go to as far as to say they actually like it, but they're very used to all this.
Are they ever tempted to, reach out and snip somebody or?
The big macaw, if anybody gets close to him, he only likes a couple of people. Everybody else he tries to drive away, basically, and he does that by biting, so we don't let anybody get close enough for that to happen.
Organizers of Safari Night were hoping for a crowd of 3,500 animal lovers, and it appears they came very close to reaching that number. Just stay away from that big macaw.
Well, I'm jealous. You got to go last night.
I did get to go. Quite a scene there. Quite an atmosphere.
So. All right.
Lots of fun.
Well, we do want to take a look at the numbers for our area. We're going to start heating up very quickly, Dan. I hope that you have the iced tea ready because it's going to get hot right now. The numbers look like this for the valley. The temperature is 97 degrees. The dew point is at 45. Humidity is at 17%. The barometer is at 29.86. The winds are out of the west at 7 miles per hour. In the background, you see a couple of folks rafting and swimming in the Kings River. Our photojournalist wanted to dive in, but he had to get back to the station. Chuck Hoover, sorry, but we needed you back here. All right, we do want to take a look at some of the other numbers around the Central California area tonight. In Los Angeles today, they are having quite a time. The numbers there are in the 100-degree range. For San Francisco today, this is what they're looking like right now. San Francisco is seeing 73 degrees. Stockton is seeing 93 degrees right now. Lemoore, how about 97 for that area? Porterville, 93. Visalia, a ditto with 93 degrees. Now, we talked about the hot weather in Los Angeles. We're going to show you just why that's happening. There's an area of high pressure right down off of California. Actually, it's nested right now over Arizona. Now, what's happened in the last 24 hours, this high pressure system has shifted to the west just enough to heat things up quite a bit. This entire area is seeing some severe hot weather, dangerous conditions, especially for San Diego County. They're advising people to avoid prolonged exposure to the sun, and that high pressure is going to last through Wednesday, and then it will break down just a little bit, but not much. We're still going to see numbers very much in the 90s range. Now, we do want to take a look across the country and show you just where some rainfall is happening at this hour. You can see some rainfall off the Gulf states earlier today. What happened in this area is there is a cold front in that region, and there is also a low pressure system is helping fuel this cold front, causing some severe weather in that region. Here's the area of low right here. It's set up over the Missouri River Valley and caused some severe thunderstorms in that region. We do want to show you exactly where that low pressure system is sitting right now. It's right over here over the Missouri River Valley, and you see the severe thunderstorms in the area receiving the rainfall right now. Over in the desert Southwest, again, highs near 120 degrees today. We're not going to get that warm in the valley, but it is going to get nice and warm over the next couple of days. For tomorrow, here's what the numbers look like. Take a look at Phoenix, 113 degrees. It's the expected high for tomorrow. San Francisco is expecting to see 90 degrees. Today for California, Santa Maria, 78 degrees. Fresno, we saw 97. Las Vegas, 111 degrees. For tonight's forecast, nice clear night, little breeze, 64 degrees. And for the next 5 days, here's your forecast. Hot, hotter, and hot is the forecast for the next 5 days. Dan, pull out the shorts. Now, Project Playhouse is continuing at Fashion Fair. If you'd like more information on that, please call the Action News info line at 1-800-464-3230. 30. But when you go, make sure you dress cool.
And by Thursday, we're going to plummet to 99. So there's something to look
big
forward
plummet.
to. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Brenda. Barry Bonds pays big dividends for the Giants today. And it was the battle of the defenses in Pasadena. Dale Urong is straight ahead with all the highlights from the diamond and the soccer field.
Now there's no reason to wait to buy a new Mazda. Because for a limited time, Mazda is offering 4.75% APR financing with no down payment for only 36 months. This unheard of financing offer is available on every new Mazda car and truck. The kicker? You don't pay 1 red cent for 90 days. The bad news? This offer ends at midnight July 4th, so move it to your Mazda dealer now.
Welcome to Farmers Market in Old Town Clovis. Hi, I'm Shawn for Boot, the business organization of Old Town. Join us at Farmers Market every Friday evening through September. Select the freshest locally grown fruits and vegetables in season while enjoying delicious food. Discover something special in the many antique, collectible, and gift shops. Share your Friday evenings with friends and family in Old Town Clovis. Unique and friendly to boot.
Hi, I'm Daryl of Daryl's Mini Storage, and I'm offering you up to 6 months free rent.
This is our super storage located in Dakota and Freeway 99. This super storage has easy freeway access, RV spaces, contractor yards, video surveillance, 24-hour access for businesses, computerized gate entry. All storage units are alarmed, and our managers live on site.
So if you want to drive a little and save a lot, try Daryl's Super Storage. Remember, Daryl still donates $1 to Valley Children's Hospital for every new stall rented.
Hi, I'm Julie, and I'll be your pilot for today.
Wow, you're really a helicopter pilot.
Blast off! We have a launch.
So how long have you been flying?
10 minutes, and I do it pretty good. I'm getting the hang of this.
Okay, Julie, suppose you were in a new Grand Cherokee and an old friend comes up. What would you say?
Look at me.
So what do you do for fun?
I cook SpaghettiOs.
And that's life in a Jeep Grand Cherokee, brought to you by your California Jeep and Eagle dealers. Who else?
One nice thing about World Cup soccer is you can slip up a bit and still be around, right?
Yeah, a lot of slipping because it's so hot out there. They measure the temperature at the Rose Bowl on the field, 120 degrees.
Man.
Can you imagine trying to run around on hot grass like that? Not the kind of game that will get casual fans interested in soccer, but the important thing is that the U.S. soccer team still has a chance to advance to the next round. Hot and sticky fans wanted some action in Pasadena. The U.S. with their best chance to score 7 minutes into the game. Tab Ramos with the corner kick. John Harkes will drill a rocket that hits the post. Romania packs the defense even tighter after that. The visitors stretch out the American defense here, though, and Dan Petrescu beats Tony Meola for the game's only goal. Romania beats the U.S. to win Group A. The Americans hope to get a wild card spot. Remember, only 16 teams advance to the next round. Team USA hoping to be one of the top third-place teams which do get in. We'll have to wait and see and wait out the first round. Colombia's been all hair and all hype this tournament. A disappointing goal, despite the loss. Switzerland still moves on. You know, in 2 games, Greece has given up 8 goals. Daniel Born on Thursday. Okay, in the majors now, Los Angeles turns to a seldom-used power source, so the Dodgers leave the Astrodome in a pretty good mood. Brett Butler's short, compact swing can actually generate some power at times. Butler first singles in a run off Doug Drabek. Houston kept battling back. Tiny Felder with a double the plate a run. Butler, though, would hit a 7th-inning homer to give Los Angeles a 5-4 win. Kevin Gross is now 7-4. And the Giants showing some offense and taking 2 out of 3 in Colorado. Barry Bonds loves that thin mountain air. He stroked a pair of 2-run shots and drove in 5. John Burkett threw 8 shutout innings, and Robbie Thompson celebrates his return, going 3 for 4. Here's a double off the top of the fence. The Rockies get rocked. And Mark Gardner couldn't wait to go after his old teammates in Montreal. Gardner showing the Expos that he still has a major league arm. Mark firing 7 2/3 innings of shutout ball. Florida snaps a 6-game losing streak by beating Montreal. Atlanta pitcher Steve Avery hasn't won in 7 games. The Pirates have won 8 of their last 9. Rick Sutcliffe mows down his former Chicago teammates, and the Reds down San Diego. In the American, the Oakland A's explode for 7 runs in the first inning to complete a sweep of Detroit. 10-5 the final. The A's hadn't swept the Tigers in 6 years. George Steinbrenner didn't bring his cellular phone with him, so he got his messages the old-fashioned way. The Yankees almost blew an 8-run lead before holding off Cleveland. Jim Leyritz with a home run here as New York improves to 6-0 over the Indians this season. Jim Abbott gets the win. And Kirby Puckett will eventually see his name and number on the wall in Minnesota. In the meantime, Puckett continues to rack up the big hits, his 2-run shot helping to beat Kansas City. The play of the game, though, turned in by Brian McRae. Watch this, who gets up like a deer to take away the home run. What a catch, but it comes in a losing cause. Twins win 11-4. Dave Nilsson went 3 for 4 in the Brewers win. Tim Simon's 8th inning blast sending the Angels past Texas, and it was Chicago over the Mariners. Like father, but not like son, we had hoped to see a father-son combo win on both the PGA and Seniors Tour today. Dad kept up his part of the bargain as Dave Stockton Sr. chips in from the sand. Stockton dominating the field at the Senior Players Championship there. However, Dave Stockton Jr. falters at the Greater Hartford Open. Stockton kicks his shoes off here, sends this ball over the river and through the woods, out of trouble, but into more trouble. David Frost would go on to win this tournament by 1 stroke over Greg Norman. On the IndyCar circuit, another win for the Penske team. Pole sitter Al Unser Jr. wins the Portland 200, his 4th victory of the season. And in boxing, Vinny Pazienza entered the ring last night with white stripes painted on his face, left with blood on his face, though. Roberto Duran may be 43 years old, but he put the Tasmanian Devil down in the 5th round. In fact, when it was announced that Pazienza had won a unanimous 12-round decision, we heard some boos from the Las Vegas crowd. Vinny's 12 years younger, but he struggled against Duran, but he wins the decision.
Wow. All right. Thanks a lot, Dale. We'll have more news right after this.
Dodge Intrepid. The press and public agree it's an unqualified success. But if you think success only comes at a high price, think again. Because right now, you can lease a new Intrepid with a V6, dual airbags, cassette stereo, air conditioning, and more for as low as $239 a month. But when the special Intrepid lease rate is over, it's over. So get the critic's choice and a great deal. See your participating Dodge dealer today.
You sure the Foster Farms truck is coming?
I told you. They come by here all the time. That's their thing. Delivered fresh daily.
We should have stayed back east.
Look, this is gonna work. Now, driver sees a sign, pulls over, we jump in, and bingo! We're Foster Farms chickens. Oh, wait. Here he comes.
Foster Farms. Always natural, always fresh.
Thomasville Home Furnishings by Slater's continues to receive the highest customer satisfaction awards by offering the most stylish selections, beautifully displayed and fully accessorized. Add their guaranteed pricing to the assistance from the fully qualified designer staff, and you can see why more homes are being furnished with the lasting value of Thomasville from Slater's. Selected floor sample clearance furniture is up to 60% off to make room for new introductions at Thomasville Home Furnishings by Slater's. Sean Valentine.
Now at your Central Valley Team Toyota dealer, we've got the one you want and priced to put you in the driver's seat today. You want quality at a price you can afford. Well, right now, get an incredible lease on Camry for only $249 per month. Or get a super low $149 lease on Toyota 4x2, America's best-selling import truck. Hot deals on new wheels now at your Big Six Central Valley Team Toyota dealers.
Okay, Brenda's back with the evening forecast.
Well, we won't see much of a change out there. The numbers are going to stay near 90.
All right, thanks a lot, Brenda. And that's our report for tonight. We'll see you again at 11 for Dale Urong and Brenda Teal, the whole weekend crew. Have a good night.